Imagine hearing a strange sound in the middle of the night. Everything around you is silent. Then, a branch snaps somewhere in the darkness. Immediately, your brain asks a question. What was that?
Of course it does. I'd immediately start looking around. I'd want an explanation.
Exactly. Notice something fascinating. Your brain didn't ask, was that random? It immediately searched for a cause, for meaning.
I guess I've never thought about that. My brain assumes something made the sound, even before I know what it was.
And perhaps that tiny moment explains far more about human civilization than most people realize. Because your brain has been searching for meaning for hundreds of thousands of years. Imagine living 100,000 years ago. You're walking through a forest. Suddenly the bushes move. Was it the wind or a predator? You don't have time to investigate. You must decide immediately.
If I assume it's a predator, I might waste some energy running away. But if I assume it's nothing, and I'm wrong, I may not survive.
Exactly. Evolution discovered something important. Finding meaning where none exists usually costs very little. Missing real meaning can cost everything. Over thousands of generations, brains that constantly searched for patterns survived more often. The human brain became incredibly good at connecting events, sometimes correctly, sometimes incorrectly, but almost never randomly. That ancient instinct never disappeared. The predators changed. The forests disappeared. Civilization arrived. Yet your brain still searches for hidden meaning everywhere.
Is that why people sometimes say, everything happens for a reason?
Perhaps. Because uncertainty feels uncomfortable. Randomness feels incomplete. Meaning gives the brain something it desperately wants, an explanation. Think about looking at clouds. People see faces, animals, castles, dragons. The clouds never intended to create those images. Your brain created them.
So my brain isn't just observing reality, it's organizing it, trying to make sense of it.
Psychologists call this pattern recognition. Neuroscientists know the brain constantly searches for relationships between events. Sometimes those relationships are real, sometimes they only feel real. This explains why coincidences feel so powerful. Two unusual events happen close together. Immediately the brain asks, they can't be connected, can they?
I've definitely experienced that. Something unlikely happens. Then another strange thing happens, and suddenly it feels impossible to ignore.
Because the brain dislikes coincidence. It would rather invent a connection than accept randomness. Throughout evolution, that strategy often kept our ancestors alive. Perhaps this instinct helped create humanity's earliest stories. Thunder wasn't simply noise, it meant something. The stars weren't random lights, they told stories. The seasons weren't just weather, they became myths.
So maybe stories weren't invented just to entertain people. Maybe they helped the brain organize reality.
Saria, 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 Saria. This same instinct still shapes modern life. Sports fans believe in lucky shirts. Gamblers believe in streaks. Gamblers believe in streaks. Investors search for hidden signals. People search for signs from the universe. The instinct never left.
Even when we know something is probably random, it still feels meaningful.
Somebody using a being in that name does not always the same thing. Your rational mind understands probability. Your ancient brain continues searching for purpose. Sometimes this instinct leads to incredible discoveries. Science itself begins with patterns, questions, curiosity, searching for explanations. Without this instinct, there might be no science at all. But the same instinct can also mislead us. It can create superstitions, conspiracy theories, false beliefs, connections that feel convincing, but never existed.
So the instinct itself isn't good or bad. It depends on where it leads us.
Precisely. One of humanity's greatest strengths can also become one of its greatest weaknesses. The brain was built to search for meaning. Not every parent deserves to become a belief. Perhaps that's why curiosity matters so much. Curiosity keeps searching. Certainty stops searching. Meaning should be discovered, not merely invented. And perhaps that is the greatest mystery of all. Your brain doesn't simply experience the world. It quietly transforms random events into meaningful stories. Sometimes those stories reveal profound truths. Sometimes they create beautiful illusions. The challenge isn't stopping the search for meaning. It's learning when the story is real, and when your ancient brain simply needed one. Every day, your brain searches for meaning in everything you experience. Sometimes it discovers patterns that change the world. Sometimes it creates stories that only exist inside your mind. If this story changed the way you think about meaning, choose one of the videos on screen. Because meaning is only one of the hidden instincts still shaping modern human life. And we've only just begun uncovering them.